The camera was able to locate the hidden runner minutes later by just following the trail of coolant from the accident. The driver put it in reverse so fast, indicating that this wasn't their first rodeo. What an incredible save by the biker. I believe he was speeding and not driving with both hands, which resulted in this insane wobble. Still, I'm really happy he was able to make a save and not crash. Hopefully a lesson was learned here. Sadly, the camera saw this coming and knew he couldn't do anything about it. The driver was uninsured as well, and most likely the scenario is the other driver gets ticketed and the camera's insurance goes up.
Well, okay, so Pulte is your choice there. Right now, we're looking at a market overall that is highly dependent and somewhat tentative because we've got that Fed meeting announcement on Wednesday. The meeting begins tomorrow. The announcement on what they decide to do with rates is on Wednesday. They're expected, fully priced in, to raise by at least 3/4.
The truck driver must have assumed that his indicator gave him automatic right-of-way. With big enough mirrors like that, designed for towing, I'm shocked he didn't bother to use them. So allegedly this van driver was drunk and captured the camera's attention. The camera decides to whip out his phone and record knowing there was impending doom and was right. It seems that the van driver tried to flee as you can hear the accelerator being pressed. This wasn't the best place for him to pull out without looking. The presence was completely obscured until entering the roadway. I'm glad that the camera missed that driver.
Oh, Paul! Hey, watch out, y'all, watch out, watch out, watch out. Move, 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 move. Move, go, move, y'all, move.
It looks like this was a Dukes of Hazzard style police chase. The car even sounded like a transformer as if it was off-roading. The truck driver doesn't care what a traffic signal with no power means. Luckily, no one was hurt or any accident happened, but it was still reckless not to stop. The van driver was not staying alert behind the wheel and went guns a-blazing, ramming into the car ahead of them, totaling both cars. The biker slowed down for a truck entering the carpool lane, and then this white sedan driver just barrages his way in. While the camera did engage in the end, I'd argue it's not worth it because it's clear that the sedan driver didn't care about life to begin with. The car in front most likely was texting and driving. They lost control and slammed into the barrier, and the barrier did exactly what it was designed to do. The driver saw the officer on the shoulder and panic braked like a complete dungus. Had it not been for the camera's alert and defensive driving, this could have ended a lot worse. The driver bumped into the cyclist, and instead of staying and doing the right thing, they flee, earning themselves a hit and run charge. I love how drivers see another vehicle barreling towards them and then they decide, you know what, I'll just stop in the middle of the path instead of punching it. Either go or don't go, but don't not go, if that makes sense.
Cuando esto va, yo me voy.
This is honestly quite unfortunate. I know sometimes power goes out at intersections and it can get really confusing, especially when there are numerous cars. Extra caution needs to be exercised in situations like these. I'm still unsure why roundabouts are such a hard concept for many. I have a plethora of dashcam clips where close calls are dime a dozen in roundabouts. The driver failed to check his mirrors while merging, resulting in this close call. They just had the sudden urge to move into a passing lane with no one in front of them.
It's one lane! It's one lane!
What baffles me is why sometimes drivers like these, who appear to be in such a hurry by tailgating and weaving in and out of lanes, end up stopping to rage. What are they hoping to accomplish? Doesn't it defeat the purpose of speeding in the first place? Questions we'll never get the answer to.